Wow, where's everybody? Only 8 people in the class. Okay. We'll give them a little time. What? Everybody's administrator. Please use your name when you log into my class. I already told you in the first class, only the administrator can be administrator, okay? I have more than 10 administrator in this class. Where's Shama? Please use your name when you log into my class. All of you, change your name this moment. Only the lab assistant or your lab lab technician can be administrator. Use your name. I still have 3, 4 administrator in this class. Please, there's only one administrator, your TA. Use your name to log into my class. I'll kick you out of the class. Did you hear me? There can only be one administrator in this class. That is your TA. Don't log into the class, into my class with administrator ID. Use your name. So please rename, change your name now. I hope you can understand my English. There can only be one administrator in this class. Please use your name. What is this? 201. So in our last class, I still have 3 administrators in this class. Why is it difficult to listen, to pay attention? Please, only your TA can be administrator, okay? Use your name, class leader. Maybe you should say that in Chinese. Some people cannot understand my English. Class leader, tell your friends. Only your TA can be administrator. When you log in, please use your name so I can know who I am talking to. Okay. So open your I sent you the lab. I gave you a homework. What about your homework? You have to submit your homework to me on Friday. You have to submit your homework to me on the 7th of October. Class leader. What happened? Please check your WeChat group. I gave you this homework to do. I asked you to write a Java program for this homework. Did you submit the homework? I didn't receive your homework. Where's Shama? Class leader, where are you? You had a deadline, class leader. Your deadline was on the 7th of October. Today is 9 October and you still did not submit to me. That is not good. If you have a problem, you should talk to me, class leader. If you have not submitted, that is their problem. The deadline was very clear. You submit to me. If they don't submit, it's okay. They can get 0. You're not serious. If you have a problem, you should speak to the class leader or you speak to me. You want more time. Or you cannot delay the submission of everybody homework because of few people. That's not right. Mr. CC, do you understand? Please, this should not happen again. If I say submit your homework on this day, please submit the homework on that day. Kentong lama? I'm having a class. Go and play. Okay. If you look at your lab 2 exercise, okay, we have already done this in the class, basically. Class leader, today was not the day I asked you to hand it in. This is the day I asked you to submit. Submit homework 7th of October. And today's date is 2 days already late. That's very, very poor. That's very bad. So we did this in class, okay? So basically, we used our input option, our Java swing, to Class leader, we can talk about the homework after the class. Now we focus on the class, okay? You want to chat in the Zoom because I cannot be taking my phone to see the WeChat. If you all have submitted your homework, we would have done this exercise now in class, but we cannot do this exercise in class because all of you have not done your homework. So basically the exercise is to transform this, because this exercise uses the input box, the GUI interface, to run the code. Okay, what is your exam score? It's similar to this, okay? But this time we don't want to use the input box. We want to use the scanner class, the scanner object, to do our program, to run our program. But now we cannot do that because that is actually the homework I gave to you, and you need to do that on your own. Okay, but you can always practice this. Okay, you can do this exercise. So that is the first one. So I want you all to type out this now. If you have already done it in your by yourself on your own during your practice, then that's okay. But for our lab exercise, this is the first task you need to do. Your first task is to type this code and test it, okay? So that when a user inputs a variable, okay, and a number, you can be able to tell, okay, 90 means you got A, okay, using the if and else if function. We already explained this in details in the class, okay? So in the lab, we need to do it as lab exercise, okay? So when you finish, obviously, you know you must do the print screen, right? First part is to import your Java Swing, the option pane, okay? And your class name. Remember, this part is very important for your homework, for your exercise, for everything. You must write all your details here. It is very, very important. Okay, because when you are submitting your lab report, this must be there. When you print your screen, if you do not have this detail, then you get 0, okay? This must be in your information, your detail, okay? Every student will have a unique comment when you do your print screen. So this is my print screen. If I do my print screen now, it will show my name, my student ID, lecturer name, lab number, shama, lab number 2. Is it assignment or lab or homework or what? Then course, Java programming, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's very important. All of you will have unique information. Okay, so no two people can have the same print screen. You cannot copy your friend work. I don't like students to copy, especially in programming. You must practice by your own. You must type everything by your own and run it, test it. It's working properly on your system. If I see any two work that is the same, I give both students 0. Okay, so please, it's very important for you to practice. All right, even if you want to get some reference from your friend, get some reference and do your own job. Do your own homework by yourself. If you need your friend to help you, let him help you, but you must do it by yourself. Your friend also do their homework by themselves, okay? So public static void main string args int score string input. This is the input you will use for your J option pane. What is your exam score? Okay, then score, because they will put in number, right? The number you pass integer. So now whatever they impute, this is what you want to use to do your else if statement, okay? So if the score is less than 60, you got F. Else if it's 70, you got D. Else if 80, you got C, okay? All the way to, so you need to type it one by one. Don't copy paste, okay? If you copy paste, you won't understand how the code works. You must not copy paste. Please type it carefully and slowly, every part by yourself, every character, make sure you type it by yourself. Don't copy and paste, okay? Every line of code means something. So you need to understand every line of code, right? We have explained it in detail in the class. But in the class, I'm the only one that ran the experiment. Now, all of us together will run the experiment as a class. So when you finish typing, okay, you make your print screen. So type it and make your print screen. See, if I make my print screen, it will carry all my information. See my name, the comment. I'm just trying to make it smaller so that everything can enter inside one screenshot. So you can format your own anyhow you like. So you see, if I print screen now, see, this part carry my information, right? Everybody information here will be different after you print screen, and I can see your full code. So this is task number 1, you paste it in the Microsoft Word document. Okay. Your task number 1, you paste it in your Microsoft document. Obviously, this document also will have your details, right? Student name, student ID, student lab number, Okay, so number 1. Task number 1. However it is you're doing it. So I ask you to do So you print screen, same thing. You have your output. Because a lot of you came to my WeChat, asked me, you don't know how to submit, how to show your work. What is the format for submission? Okay. So it's very important. Run file. Once you run your file, Okay. What is your exam score? I want to see this output. Use print screen also. Okay. Print screen, you paste it. You paste your output. You put some figures there, 80. You put some figures there, for example, 80. Okay, see, you got a B, same, you print screen. You print screen the message. Maybe you want to test it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, how many times, I don't know, but always print screen and paste, because this is what you would submit as your lab report. Pintong lama. Pintong lama. Do you understand? Okay, great. So that is for task number 1, the first task. So actually, we are supposed to learn how to convert this using the scanner object, because now we are using J option pane, but we want to use system.out.print, system.in, but that is for your homework actually. So we're not going to do that. We'll skip this because you did not submit your homework on time. So we'll skip to the next part, okay? So this part, you have a job, okay? One company come and ask you, oh, hello, Maribel, we need you to develop a Java software for us, okay? And this company, they are a pizza company, okay? So they want you to write a program that simulates a simple cash register, okay? That simulates a simple cash register. The program should first ask the user to enter the price of the meal when they eat something. So price of the meal. So we will write this program together, okay? So maybe we want to write it here. Okay, let's write this code here. Let's close this once. So many. New Java class. So what is our pizza? We want to do pizza. Pizza what? Cash register. Pizza house. So let's say pizza house or pizza underscore house. Finish. So we'll create our public static void main. Okay, so obviously we'll be using our string as our parameters. Okay, string. We're using our string as our parameter. Okay. So what is the next task? So let us look at. So the program firstly should ask the user to enter the price of a meal. So which means we want the user to enter the price of the meal. So which means we want to use the scanner object. And before you can use the scanner object, yes, you remember we talked about it, you must import the scanner class. So import we're importing the java.util scanner, import.util.scanner, so that we can be able to use system.out, system.in, right? So now we have our scanner object, our scanner class imported. So now we need to declare our scanner, create our scanner object. What do we want to call it? You can call it whatever you want. You can call it input, you can call it scan, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Let me just call it scan, so that whenever you call to new scanner, bracket, system.in. So now we've created a new object, scanner. So what is next? What does it say? The program should first ask the user to enter the price of a meal. So the first thing is to ask the user to enter the price of a meal. So in order to ask the user, system.out.print please enter the price of the meal. Please enter the price of the meal. So it should look something like this. So the user can type their amount here, 52 point whatever they want to type. So which means we need to still add meal here. And maybe you're using RM or CNY or whatever, or US dollars or whatever you're using. So for example, let's use, okay, RMB. Okay. So let's run this program, run file. Please enter your, okay, which means this is good. Okay. This is good. So what is next? The next thing is to accept user input. And in order to accept user input, we need to mount. So here we created a new object. So we need to create another object, bubble. Amount. So amount is equal to scan dot next double. Okay. So that it can accept the input from the user. What time is it? Okay, we'll take break after 5 minutes, okay? Let's just continue for now. So what is the next part? We'll do it step by step together, okay? So you want it to display price of mail, okay, which is here, and then sales task, okay? So the program should calculate the sales task of 8.25% of the meal price, okay? So which means we need to say that we need to do some mathematics. We need to declare another one, double tax, double task. So here we'll do system dot out dot print so what are we printing exactly? We want to print price of meal. Okay, so print line, sorry, we use print line here. So price of meal price of meal, okay, here plus amount. Shh, Ebube, I'm having a class. Don't make noise. Sorry. My nephew is making so much noise. System.out.print okay. So what do we need to print again? It says sales tax of It needs to calculate the sales task. Sales task of the mail. So let us use \T instead of space. \T, and then plus tax. Maybe I'll flog you. Okay. So what is next? Let us look at the information here. Then it will print this dotted line. You can also print it, no problem. Control C. System dot out dot print line. Okay. So you want it to print in a new line. So what is next? Total amount entered. Amount tendered. So then the program should calculate the sales task of the mail and then add it to the mail price to obtain the total price, which should be displayed to the user. So this will be a calculation that we now need to do. So before we go into the calculation part, let's take a 5 minutes break. Or we'll come back from the break. We will continue with the rest of the slide, okay? So see you guys in 5 minutes. Okay, guys, can we continue? All right. So let's continue. Okay, we have a problem here. Variable might not have been initialized. So it does not understand what is double tax. So now we need to say something about tax. Okay. We need to declare this here. Why? Because we will need to calculate tax after we know what the amount is, right? So tax is equal to 8.25%. 8.25%. 8.25 divided by 100. I don't know. You guys are mathematicians, so you should know what I'm trying to do. Multiply by amount. This will give us our tax. So system.out.print should print how much is the tax here. Then after you print the tax, you give space. So let us see what is next. Print, so total amount, it should print the total amount, that is this plus tax. So system.out.print print line total amount \t to give the tab should be so now we need to create another variable double for total because we want to print total, right? I will put it here. It doesn't matter actually. Double total. Total will be amount plus tax. Amount plus tax will be total. So here we will print plus total. Okay. So let us see what is next. So how much do you want to pay? So now amount tendered, enter amount tendered. So maybe you have 1,000 yuan, or you have 500 yuan, or you have, how much did you pay to the cashier? This is what it means, because it wants to remove the amount tendered from the amount you paid, right? So, okay, your food is 200 yuan, but you paid 500 yuan, right? So it needs to calculate that and give you your change, cash change. Okay, so this is what it means. So we need to put this. Okay, so oh, sorry. System dot out dot print line, enter an amount tendered. So here we use not RM, sorry, RMB, not RM. So here the user needs to input some information, right? So in this part, we'll do something similar to here, double tendered or paid. Cash, let's use cash. Double cash. So how much you pay to the cashier, right? So here we'll have cash is equal to scan dot next double. Scan dot next double, so that it will input another how much you want to pay now. Okay. So after that, what is the last part? So amount, it should print your amount tendered, total amount, and then cash change. So first we need to print amount tendered. So amount tendered system dot out dot print amount tendered backslash T RMB plus cash. So it should display the cash we paid, right? Which is this part. Then total amount should display our total. System dot out dot print line should print control V. Z, no. What does it print? Total amount. Total amount. So our total amount should be, is it total amount? It should print our total, same thing here. Plus total. Okay, so after you print same thing here, this part, you also want to print this dotted line, system.out.print. So you want this again. Please don't follow me, okay? Type it manually. Okay, so after this part, you want to say your change cash. So your change cash should print the value of the amount you paid minus total amount. It should do some calculation also. So let's do it here. Change, double, change. That is how much change do you have after you pay How much should the cashier give you balance? Okay, let's say balance. Balance is total, no, cash. Cash minus total. Okay. Balance. So change cash system dot out dot print change cash /t RMB plus balance. What else? Then thank you. You wanted to print thank you also. Okay. Then system dot out dot print line in bracket V thank you. But you want it in a new line. So thank you. Okay, I think we have finished our code. What is left? Cash. It doesn't know what is cash. What is cash? Oh, see, it doesn't know cash here yet. So we need to move this, Control X. Here, Control V. Because if you put it here, there's no value for cash. We only declared cash here. So cash here can now be used for this calculation, okay? So let's run our file and see what it looks like. Please enter the price of the meal you ate. So what did we eat? We ate, let's say, we ate tofu and some noodles, and the price was 250 yuan RMB. Okay, so you see, so our price meal is 250 RMB. Our tax is 20%. So our total is 270 RMB. Okay, so enter the amount tendered. So how much do we want to pay? So I don't want this to be here. Enter amount tendered, enter amount tendered. So if we don't want it to be in a new line, we need to remove this. Okay. So we also want RMB here and RMB here. So we need to put RMB here and RMB here. RMB. So let us run our file again. So 250. Okay, good. So our total is 270. So how much do we want to pay? So maybe we pay 500 RMB. So, total amount. Print line. because we want this to come under here, right? So new line, total amount. So let's run this again. $250. Enter amount and that I paid 500. So our total amount is this, and our change, this is the amount the cashier needs to give to us, 229, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Can you see? So we have successfully built our code. Make sure this place carries your details, okay? Remember, always it's the same. Your name, your information. So when you finish, you print screen this part. You can remove this so that it can show you in full. You take your print screen, you print, and you paste in Microsoft Word. Same thing with your output. You print screen your output. I want to see output here. You print screen, let it show in this way, okay? You can do output for maybe 2 or 3 outputs, okay? So you can do like this. This is the first output. You print screen, this place, you paste. So after you put some value 500, for example, you press enter, you print screen again and paste. Then you enter some value, 1000 RMB. Then you have your final print screen. You can have 3 outputs because it's 3-step, right? Okay, so you can do your print screen like this and you paste in your Microsoft Word for your lab 2 report. Sintong lama? Sintong lama? Can you see me? Okay, so you have finished that exercise. So now, this is your own task. Modify this problem so if the total price of the meal, including tax, is over RM 200. So now this is your homework, okay, or your class exercise. So I will give you some 15 minutes to try and solve this solution by yourself. How much time do we have left? We have 20 minutes. So I give you 10 minutes. Okay. So 10 minutes to try and put some if function here. Use some if function using your balance. Is it balance? If the total price of the meal, including task, is over 200, if the total price of the meal plus tax, so amount plus tax, that is your total. If your total is more than 200, so you need to put some if function. So you can give some promotion, discount, 5% discount. Okay. So this is your task. Modify your code, okay, so that 5% discount is given if a total price of meal, including tax, is what is over 200 RMB. If it's more than 200 RMB, if total is more than 200, give 5% discount. If not, no need. Okay, this is tax number 1. So I give you five minutes to try and figure this out. Then tax number 2, modify the code so that after each transaction, the user is given option whether to continue the transaction or to quit the program. Okay, do you want to continue? Yes, if not, quit. But we will do this later. This is what you should focus on now. So put some if statement. You should try, give it some try. Okay, so I wait for you after 5 minutes to try and find the solution by yourself. Have you finished? Have you finished? Have you found the solution? Okay, let's do it together. So we want to check if the total, which is to give the 5% discount, if the total price, modify the problem so that discount of 5% is given if the total price of meal, including tax, that is total is amount plus tax. If total is more than 200, then give a discount. Okay. So have any of you found the solution? Before I give you the answer, I want to see your code. Okay, let's do it together. So where did we print total? We printed total here. So if total is equal to or greater than, is that the rule? Is that what we said? Is it equal to or greater than? Over, so not equal to 200. Okay, this is the, if total is greater or equal to 200, okay, let's put this in brackets. Remember, it's just one condition, okay? So we don't need to have curly braces and all that. We did that in the last class, right? Then total should now be equal to total minus, so we want to give them 5%. So 5% of 5% discount. 5% discount will be 5 divided by 100, that is 0. Mathematics times total, sorry, times total. So let us say, maybe we want to also tell the user you qualify for system.out.println. You qualify for discount. You are eligible for a discount. So now, because we are writing more than one condition, so we need to put this in brackets so that everything fits inside. So total will be so now you print the new total system.out.print. So let us see. Run file. Let's see what happens. So it's asking me to enter the price of meal I had. So let's say my price of meal is just 50. So you see, amount standard, I put in 500 RMB. So this is my price, no discount. It didn't give me discount. Let's try again. Run file. How much is my meal? 500. Enter. See, you are eligible for a discount. So it will calculate my total amount and give me a discount. All of you mathematics students would know. And you see, successfully, we have completed our calculation. Somebody sent me a message. Remember, if you're using case sensitive, I have no idea why you're having these mistakes. You need to screenshot your whole code and send to me, Mr. I don't know what your name is. You sent me a message on WeChat. Okay. Intong Lama, we don't have time to do this part, so you can delete this. You can stop here. So print screen, I want to see a print screen with discount and print screen without discount. So maybe you make some purchase of something less than 200, maybe 100 RMB, and make some purchase of more than 200 RMB and do your calculation with print screen. And let me see your output and your code. Okay. So we will stop here for lab 2. Okay. Kuntong Lama. Okay, so please, when you get back to your dormitory, do some practice, do more practice, do some different types of things on your own. Okay, remember I told you practice is the most important thing for programming. It's not theory class. Theory is good, but theory usually is easy to forget. But practice, when you practice, it's not easy to forget. Okay, so I want to get your lab report as soon as possible. Okay, latest by Sunday night. I want to see your lab report. Okay, class leader, you owe me 2 documents, homework and lab reports, lab 2 reports. Okay, so if you have any question, any problem, speak to your friends, speak to your lab assistant, or you can speak to me on WeChat, that we can try and find a solution for you. Okay. So, Shesheni, everybody. I hope you understood the class and you understood the exercise. And I'll see you guys in another class. All right. Thank you. Sai See you. Lab report, okay, please. Latest by tomorrow night. Latest by tomorrow night. Your lab report should be sent to me, please. No delay. Your lab reports and your homework. Latest by tomorrow night. I want to see both documents, okay? Please. Shesheni.